Life can be cruel, throwing challenges at us when we least expect them. After my father passed away, my mother was left to face the world alone. With unwavering determination, she took on the responsibility of managing our home, caring for my younger brother, and handling everything else life demanded of her. But even the strongest hearts have limits, and one fateful summer night, an encounter would change our lives forever. She was a woman who never gave up, no matter how heavy the burden became. Every morning, she woke before sunrise to prepare meals, clean the house, and ensure my brother had everything he needed for school. By afternoon, she worked tirelessly outside the home to provide for us, returning late in the evening, only to repeat the cycle again the next day. Despite her exhaustion, she always wore a brave smile, shielding us from the weight of her struggles. But that summer was particularly unforgiving. The heat was relentless, turning every task into a grueling ordeal. It wasn't just the physical toll, it was the loneliness, the silence of the house after everyone had gone to bed, and the ache of missing my father that made things even harder for her. It was during the peak of summer, with scorching heat everywhere. The sun blazed mercilessly in the sky, its rays beating down on the parched earth. My mother, already weary from days of endless work, stepped out reluctantly to buy some groceries for the house. She carried my younger brother along with her because there was no one else to leave him with. His tiny hands clung to her shoulders as they walked under the burning sun. Sweat trickled down their faces, but my mother pressed on, driven by necessity rather than choice. By the time they began their journey back home on foot, night had fallen. The streets were dimly lit, and the air carried a strange stillness. My little brother was in terrible shape due to the heat. Overcome by exhaustion, he started crying loudly, no matter how hard my mother tried to console him. Despite all her efforts, she couldn't calm him down. Suddenly, as they walked near a park close to the road, my mother noticed a large, shady tree. Thinking it might help, she decided to sit under its shade for a while, hoping to give herself and my brother a brief moment of rest. While feeding milk to my brother beneath the ancient tree, my mother allowed herself a rare moment of peace. The cool shade offered temporary relief from the oppressive heat, and she sighed deeply, trying to catch her breath. The park around them was eerily quiet, save for the rustling leaves and distant chirping of crickets. For a brief moment, she felt a sense of calm, a fleeting escape from the chaos of her life. But then the laughter came, a soft, innocent giggle that sent shivers down her spine. "I don't have a mother," the voice said softly. "Will you be my mom?" Startled, my mother quickly got up, picked up my brother, and hurried toward home as fast as she could. From that day onward, the little girl began appearing everywhere at home, sometimes standing silently at the edge of the bed while my mother slept, other times peeking through the doorway of my brother's room. Her presence was subtle yet undeniable, a shadow flitting at the corners of vision. My mother tried to convince herself it was just her imagination, stress playing tricks on her mind. But deep down she knew better. Each sighting chipped away at her resolve, leaving her more fragile than before. My mother's mental state deteriorated rapidly. Fear consumed her every waking moment, making it impossible for her to focus on anything else. Simple tasks like cooking or bathing my brother became monumental challenges. Often she would sit motionless in a corner of the house, staring blankly ahead, lost in her thoughts. Meanwhile, my little brother cried endlessly, his cries echoing through the empty halls. Hunger gnawed at him, but my mother, trapped in her own torment, couldn't hear him anymore. Watching her like this broke my heart. I knew I had to do something to end her suffering. You see, I am the spirit of that little girl whose presence caused my mother so much distress. For years, I lingered beneath that ancient tree, waiting. I didn't mean to scare anyone. I simply longed for connection, for someone to fill the void left by my absence. On that fateful night, when I saw the love a mother has for her children, the sacrifices, the strength, I realized I wanted to be part of it. So, I followed them home, hoping to find a place where I too could belong. That night marked the beginning of a new chapter for all of us. Slowly, my mother began to heal. The fear that once gripped her heart loosened its hold, replaced by a newfound peace. My brother thrived under my care, his laughter filling the house once again. And me? I found what I had been searching for: a family.